Hey guys, welcome back. As many of you know, today is the day that the new Star Wars movie comes out. And I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan, but I am a fan. And I couldn't go to the midnight premiere because I'm broke. So I thought I would do the next best thing, and I'm going to be doing the Star Wars book tag. There are lots of different versions of this book tag out there. So I kind of pieced together a few from different videos and I came up with a few of my own, so this ought to be fun. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. Question 1 is R2-D2 and C-3PO. Pick your favorite friend duo. And for this, I didn't really pick a duo, I picked more of a trio because I cheat, and I just had to pick Q, Ben, and Radar from Paper Towns by John Green. I just think that their friendship is so relatable and so real. I love reading about it, and I absolutely loved seeing it personified on film. Question 2 is Padme Amidala. Pick a kick-ass female character, and I just had to go with Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. She sacrifices literally everything for her sister and absolutely kicks butt in The Hunger Games themselves, so obviously this was the clear choice. Question number 3 is Princess Leia. Choose the best or worst love triangle. And this one was really hard because I generally think that all love triangles are the worst. Just the worst ever. The one that obviously immediately comes to mind is the love triangle between Bella and Edward and what's his name? Jacob. There you go, my point exactly. The worst love triangle, because it was one of the first that I ever read, and I just thought that it was really stupid. The other love triangle that I hate is Peeta, Gale, and Katniss from The Hunger Games, because that love triangle is just so pointless to what is going on in the story, but it's also really important because it's what the media does in real life, so it's an accurate portrayal of what the media actually does, and that's what they did when the films came out too, so it was really ironic. But yeah. The next question is Luke Skywalker. Choose an author that you recently discovered and really enjoy. And I had to go with Rainbow Rowell, of course. I'm holding up Eleanor and Park because that was the first book that I chose, but I also really love Fangirl and I really enjoyed Attachments. And I'm gonna pick up Landline sometime in the future. I just don't think that I'm at the right spot in my life to be reading it right now, but I just love Rainbow Rowell's writing style. I love everything about her books, and I cannot gush enough about Rainbow Rowell. Next up is Anakin Skywalker. Choose a series that started off good but ended really bad, and I just had to go with The Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. Now I've talked about it multiple times in this video already. Hunger Games, absolutely loved it. Had me on the edge of my seat. Catching Fire, even better than Hunger Games. Mockingjay, no, not good at all. I hate Mockingjay. It took me almost a year to even read it, and I got it when it first came out. I'm not seeing the movies. I just feel like the book was such a cop-out. Her writing just went so downhill that it was shocking. I'm really disappointed with how the Hunger Games trilogy ended. Next question is Qui-Gon Jinn, worst character death. And I just had to go with, take your pick from this one, really. Just take your pick because I'm not over any of them. Next up is Han Solo. Choose a character that sees himself as a ladies' man. And for this, I also went with Ben from Paper Towns. He's just so funny and he thinks that he's the coolest guy ever. It's really funny to read his interactions. They're just so goofy. Next up is Emperor Palpatine, which is best world building. And come on guys, I think we all know the obvious answer for this. Harry Potter. Harry freaking Potter has the best world ever. I don't care what people say. The Wizarding World is like the best developed world that I've ever read in my whole life. And if it was a very good developed world, then we wouldn't still be getting movies and books and everything surrounding it. So obviously J.K. Rowling did something right. Next up is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Choose a book that you went into with low expectations, but it ended up blowing you away. And this book didn't blow me away, but I definitely didn't go in expecting to like it at all. And it is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. This book is about a teenage girl, and every time she falls in love with a boy and doesn't want to be in love with him anymore, she writes him a letter and puts it in a box, doesn't send it out, and then one day the letters get sent out and she has to deal with the aftermath. It's super fluffy, super light, but I found myself really invested in the story. Like, I wanted to know what happened next, and I was really surprised by that because it's not usually the type of thing that I read. Next up is Yoda. Choose a book that taught you something or made you grow. And I don't have a physical copy of this. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I absolutely loved this book so much. It's so sad, but it's so beautiful. I said this in a recent video, but I really do believe that I read that book at the right time in my life where I really needed it, which was recently. It was really good for me to read, and I took a lot from it. And last but certainly not least is Darth Vader. Choose your favorite villain. This is so hard because I don't really have a favorite villain. I guess I just have to go with Voldemort. I don't know why, that's the obvious choice because Harry Potter, but just he's so evil. Like, he's just like the epitome of evil, and with the Horcruxes and everything that goes along with that, it's just crazy how evil he is. So evil that they don't even want to say his name, so that is saying something indeed. Well, there you guys go. That is the Star Wars book tag. Let me know down below in the comments if you're excited to see the new Star Wars movie, and if you are a Star Wars fan, then I tag you to do this book tag. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!